Well, good morning, YouTube friends and family. I thought I would bring you today along with me as I'm doing some preparation on this Frugal Friday for my no spend January. So, oops, my curtain just fell back. So, as I said, I'm going to be sharing, oh my word, really? Come on. Ugh. Bits and pieces. I'll sit on it. There we go. Probably the whole curtain rod will come down because it's just one of those El Cheapo tension rods. So, oh well. Anyway, I thought I would share with you what I'm doing to try to prepare for No Spend January. So, as I've shared before, this is, and it's not an 8-foot alcove. It's like a 7-foot alcove, but anyway, a big alcove that's not very deep. You know, it's like an arm length deep, but I was able to purchase some high weight limit shelves on Amazon. I did pay $144 for the 2 shelves. There are 2, 3, 4, 5 layers to the shelves. And speaking of numbers, I did have to laugh, and I realized it when I actually watched the video. When I did the no bake cookie video, I must have been having major trouble with my ciphering because there were actually 21 cookies in the recipe, and I had first said it was Vlogmas 4 and it was actually Vlogmas 5, so my apologies for those errors. But anyway, back to the pantry. So I've mentioned to you Project Pantry from Sutton Daze, spelled D-A-Z-E. So I have pulled all of the inventory sheets from there, and I thought, you know, today would be a good day to just start working on my inventory so that I can do meal planning, and also when our No Spend January is over, kind of see where I am and what items I go through faster that I may want to stock more of, i.e. not 14 jars of peanut butter. So there's food, there's non-food, there's dehydrated food, store-bought food, which would be, you know, like, you know, canned goods and things that I have gotten, I've purchased or I've gotten from the food pantry, and then a home canned food inventory. So I was sharing with my son, I actually had sent him a picture, and I'm like, are you ready to grocery shop? Because, yeah, mom's house is always a good place, and my son does do some canning and dehydrating. He is an amazing chef. Much better cook than me, I have to say, with a little pain in my heart. But at any rate, he was like, well, Mom, you are doing FIFO, aren't you? I'm like, well, son, I don't know what FIFO is, so can you enlighten me? And he was like, you know how kids can be, even though my son will be 36 next month, he still thinks his mom's a little stupid, you know, and he was like, duh, first in, first out. And I was like, well, no, I haven't really done that because of the way the pantry's laid out. I can just check the expiration dates. But he brought up a good point. He said, really, do you want to look at those teeny little, as I'm sure, well, is that right side up? No, there we go. Do you want to have to look at those numbers every time? And it may be sort of, you know, dark in that area. And I thought, you know what, he's really right. And he said, here's what you need to do. So this is actually courtesy of my son, Ben. He said, take all of your canned goods and write with a black Sharpie the expiration date, because some of these printed little labels, and I have had this happen, they get faint and you can't really tell, like, how old is it? And I eat a lot of green beans. Green beans is something that I do not grow. I hate stringing and breaking green beans. However, this year I did get, like, I don't know, maybe half bushel of green beans from the local farmer's market, and I did can them. So I have canned green beans in addition to the store green beans, but I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 cans. So even if I only ate 1 can of green beans a month, that's only a year's worth, which a year has always been my goal. So I've gone through and labeled them, and amazingly enough, and this I just got from the food pantry. And guess what? It expired in 2018. Now, is it safe? You have to do your own research and you have to be the judge. I am not eating this can of green beans. I do not think that's safe. That is 2 years past expiration, and yeah, I'm not going to do it. I also got 2 cans of turkey gravy during last month's food pantry, both of which were terribly dented, almost bent in half. And that is another thing. I will not eat food unless I'm starving out of a dented can that's dented to the degree. I mean, it wasn't just a little ding, it was like almost halfway bent. So as I'm pulling out each of the categories, I am going to put the date on, and then I am going to record it on my inventory and actually get ready for our no spend January. So also, in addition to my cans and my sacred peanut butter stash, you'll see on this shelf is all of my baking and what I would call dry goods. So I have my sugar that I've shared how I put it in half-gallon jars. I have some honey. I have lots of salt. I have additional bags of flour that I did not put in Mylar bags just because I haven't gotten around to it. Don't know if I will or won't. Oh gosh, the curtain's gonna come down. Oh, well, just ignore it if it does. I also keep, I have a grain mill. I keep wheat berries because these do not go rancid. So in the event that things totally go bad, I do keep wheat berries on hand, and this is hard red spring wheat that I could grind into flour should I need it. So that's a thought for you too after you get through your no spend January if you're participating. Yeah, this is gonna just come down, guys, so I'm gonna stop pulling on the curtain. And on the bottom, I do have all of my Mylar bags. Someone had made a comment that they would like to see the process for how I put things in Mylar bags, so duly noted. And the next time, and it's probably going to be either, I think flour is probably the next thing that I'm going to need to buy in a quantity. I will definitely do a video and show you how I use the Mylar bag with the oxygen absorber and then just iron them shut. So I hope this little peek into the pantry and some ideas about if you're doing a food inventory for your no spend January, you know, are you doing FIFO? You know, hopefully you are. And just a suggestion so that it's not hard for you to find an expiration date. And then as you put it back into your pantry storage, you can put the ones with the longest expiration date in the back and the ones that need to be used first forward. So I hope you found this helpful. Be healthy, be well, be blessed, and I'll see you again real soon. Take care.